Hello. This is Mike Atakis and Carson Chambliss talking about our Week 8 recap of college football and our predictions for the rest of the season. Carson, who do you think will end up after this week in the top 4 at the end of the season?
At the end of the season, I'm going with Georgia at number 1, of course, because go Dogs, baby. And for number 2, we got Oklahoma. I think they're a pretty half-decent team. Number 3, we got Michigan. And then at number 4, we have Alabama because they're all right, but they're not that good this year.
All right, for mine, I've got Alabama at 1. I think they're going to beat Georgia in the SEC championship.
Not happening.
Alabama and Georgia will get both in the playoffs, so I have Georgia at my number 2 spot with 1 loss. Alabama gets in with 1 loss. I then have Ohio State in the 3 spot with only 1 loss to Oregon. I think they'll win the Big Ten. And then in my 4 spot, I have Wake Forest. I don't think anyone in the ACC is going to be able to beat them. So if they go undefeated through the ACC, I think they should have a spot in the playoffs. I originally had Penn State in my playoff, but so Penn State went into a 9-overtime game, the first 9-overtime game ever, and lost to Illinois 20-18.
Yeah, that was a really good game. Very interesting. I've never seen that happen before. All right.
So, Carson, who do you think will be Georgia's starting quarterback when JT Daniels returns from his injury? JT Daniels or Stetson Bennett?
I'm thinking they'll start out with Stetson Bennett and then probably bring in JT Daniels, see how he does, and then they'll probably go off out of that and see who's doing better.
Yeah, I think JT Daniels is also the better quarterback, but Stetson Bennett hasn't done bad this year.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty good.
Won every game he needs to win, but I think if they want a chance to win the national championship, they're going to have to play JT Daniels because, as we saw last year, Stetson Bennett didn't really come up in the big game against Alabama, which cost them the season. I think JT Daniels probably has the potential to do that.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on Alabama this year?
They're looking a little weak. Secondary's bad. The defense is bad. But I think if we have a chance to beat Georgia, it'll be because of Nick Saban. And I really don't think if Georgia can't beat – or if Alabama can't beat Georgia, I don't think anyone's going to beat Georgia. So if Alabama loses in the SEC championship and doesn't get in, I think Georgia's got an easy shot to win the national championship because Nick Saban's probably the only coach that could coach a team to beat Georgia this year, even if he has a worse team. But I don't know. We'll see. This was our Week 8 recap of college football, and yeah.
And we'll see you at the end of the season.